So that's all fine. And a bunch of new stuff. Feed the dog. Okay, what is for sale? Like I said, there's one of those. It's one of those which we already have one. Ooh, Deutz 6C. 143 horsepower. If I wanted a small, not really a US style tractor, and then there's a sprayer for the thing. Hi doggy. You gonna eat your food? Not gonna eat your food. Okay. Alright. Let us, oh my goodness. Okay, let's go visit that field. That is grass, no, growth stage 3 of 4. That's not fully grown, so we're going to leave that another month. Meanwhile, growth. So, those are those. All of these fields need to be weeded. Okay. And then pH. So these need to be, unfortunately, I could go back and spray that corner. I had to buy the soil map for that. So I think that one and that one had degraded too far. So we had to buy the soil. It was outdated data. And so I started spraying and nothing was happening. So it's like, But of course, as soon as you buy the agronomist to come out and have a look at my dirt, it says, oh, you already sprayed this bit. You can't do it until you change the state of the field again. Okay, so soybeans don't need to be sprayed, but everything needs to be weeded. So I need to know. Oh, what is our weeder called? I think it's a Pottinger. Rotocare. 160 horsepower, and we have a Vestrum and 140, and the Fendt 500 is 140. So we need something. Might as well use the blue tractor. I could do with a 200 horsepower tractor. I don't have one. So I'm having to use a 300 horsepower tractor to haul around 200 horsepower bits of equipment, which I could do it cheaper with the 200. But that's, yeah, it's not critical. I'm gonna get that on there. Everything looks good. And we'll drive this down the road and get it started on that big soybean field. In the meantime, I can then grab the sprayer and we'll just go out, spray the grass fields, and then come back to the yard and spray the corn. Not that field. That field. Yes, this field. Crop's not big enough to warrant special tyres. This is just basic weeds, so actually not that bad, but I could use the weeder. I think it's got a bigger working width, but it really doesn't matter. The only time it matters is when you're doing contracts. You need a weeder to do weeding contracts. You need a hoe to do hoeing contracts. Though technically a hoe could do weeding contracts. Okay, don't need you. I do need you, and you have 2,161. There's lime over there. Let's go. So, not going to fill this up anymore. It's what, 41%. We are not going to use much fertilizer in the grass fields, so that doesn't matter. What is going to matter is when we get to the cornfields. They are going to chew through fertilizer like nobody's business. We should have enough to do this corner field here. I did buy a car trailer as well, so I can transport a bit more stuff on the back of it. Alright, what B? Oh, now we slow down. Okay, let's turn the crop sensor off for now. And press shift and unfold. Need to be zoomed out a little bit. Yeah, and show me. There we go. So in theory, I turn that on and this should all turn orange. It won't spray the rest of the field because the rest of the field is all perfect. At least it should be. Yeah, it looks like it's spraying stuff, but it's 2150. It's not putting out any extras. So there, go there, and get to that edge. Yeah, a tiny little bit. Okay, then we fold it up. I am now going back to the BGA because, I mean, everything else is just coming back this way. So we'll go out as far as we need to and then work our way back. So yes. Yeah, work this week I got a ticket for a report that's not using the right numbers. I'll take it up with the report people because I don't do reports. Reports are PC-based queries and produce either files or PDFs, and I don't do that. I don't know how to do that. I don't have access to the applications that allow me to do that. So that's fun. And of course it's Maybank holiday here on Memorial Day. So of course everybody's out the office this week because they want a long week to roll into the holiday period. So, okay. And then the next thing was someone in finance was having an issue. That's nice. And their issue had been flagged as a problem with order entry. Like, no, you have a problem with financing, not with order entry. You don't do anything with order entry, and I don't do anything with finance, and everybody's happy with that arrangement. So I looked at it took me 3 hours to track down the program and the screen that they were having issues with. and then the file that their screen was pulling the data from that they were looking at. And having found the program, I looked at who's responsible for this program, who was the last person to create the program, create the file, which has the data in it. And it's like, oh, so everybody who's ever worked on this program has retired. And this program hasn't had an issue for 15 years. So it's like, well, there might be a problem here, but I don't know. And nobody else in the company knows anything about it. At least no programmer in the company knows anything about it. So it's like, fine, I'll have a look. So I figured out how the screen works and where it's getting its data from, even how the data gets there. And it's like, okay, I figured that much out. And then there's sort of, oh, but we need to know the math. And it's, you're the finance people, you figure out the math, because I don't do the math. So anyway, that's... Oh. That's all done now. Or at least that's all figured out now. Which is good. But the problem, okay, so their screen is fed by triggers from order entry. If order entry notices an issue, then it will write a record out to the file to say, hey, this is a thing you need to look at. The order entry program needs to be adjusted because it says, hey, I found a problem, but if sales goes in and edits an order, then they can make the, they recalculate the math, and it's like, yeah, that's not a problem anymore. The issue is it doesn't then update the file to say this is not a problem anymore, sales has dealt with it. And that's the issue they're having. They're seeing stuff on their screen that isn't a problem because it was a problem, and then sales edited their order and made the problem go away. And so there needs to be a change in the order entry program that does that. And unfortunately, the programmer, the order entry programmer, who is on vacation half of this week and the beginning of next week, currently has that one particular program in a corporate-wide test. So I can't change the production program because if I do, that will be lost when his test is complete and he installs his test version into production. So it's like, okay, so that's the thing. And I'm going to have to wait till he comes back from his vacation in order to put the change that's needed in it. Anyway, why is that field over there? Oh, okay. Say some half of that field is yellow and the other half is orange on the other side of the road. So why is that? Well, because it's a cornfield and I haven't sprayed that yet. It is looking at the what is it, the coverage map that we get on the mini map at the bottom left. That field is there's some questions about previous nitrogen coverage on it, and possibly it had lost its field analysis data. Cameo, good morning. Welcome to last Saturday of the month, I believe. Is it? No, it can't be. Surely not. 23rd. There's another Saturday. Hold on. I am so confused. No, this weekend. Okay, so the last day of the month is Sunday. Oh, just so much happening. Keeping up with stuff is a thing. Alrighty. And the reason we're going so slowly is because I have the crop sensors on, and obviously they don't like going fast. Alright, let's turn that on. Head out into the field. No, you total. Seriously, dude. There we go. That's better. All right, and go. So yeah, not apart from learning new stuff that's not really my area of responsibility, but it's not anybody else's either at work. Not a lot else going on this week. It's been a nice warm week for the most part. I think it was up to 85 degrees on Tuesday this week. Now we're back to 50 degrees and raining. So our cut the grass plans are kind of done for this week. And we'll be Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll be back up to the mid-80s again. So yay for that. We did go to Sam's because we were running short on long-term provisions. We have a bunch of... Actually, we bought them from Sam's, and they're the sort of shelves you see in commercial kitchens. Sort of metal frames with metal... You're really not going to do that, are you? Okay. Metal frames with metal sort of racking. So we got a bunch of those. And I should be able to back up a bit. All right, there we go. No, that one, yes. And we've got them along the wall, and they're used as sort of a dry goods pantry, so canned goods, tissues, toilet paper, foil, Ziploc bags, all of those sorts of things. They're all stacked down there. And then pretty much every month we go down and say, okay, what are we really, really short on? And really, it's actually not really, really short. You buy a pallet of 8 cans of cream of chicken soup, cream of mushroom soup, or something like that. If I've got a full pallet, then we're probably good. If we've broken a pallet down, so there's 6 or 5 cans, I'll buy another pallet. So we always have a full pallet of everything in the basement, and then we have 2 or 3 tins upstairs for use in the kitchen. But we were we were close to out of cans of corn, cans of French cut green beans, all sorts of things like that. So we just go out there once a month and stock up on the stuff we're short on. Alrighty, we can fold that up again and head out to one more field. Well, the weed eater's still running. Stick that on cruise. Let's go and have a look at what oh, he's done that bit there. That's nice. Hang on, did I miss a bit in here? Well, that's decidedly annoying. Yes, I did. And done. And to just swing around here, that bit down the middle. Yeah. So, yeah, mainstream TV. All of the NCISs are finished for the year, so that's all done. There is the last episode of Tracker tomorrow night, which is a series. We didn't pick it up when it came out, but I sort of picked it up tail end of season 2. I thought that kind of looks interesting. Oh, it's season 2. I'll have a look, and went back to season 1 and watched all of it. I also finished watching the second season of Citadel, which has a strange show. Strange premise, and